everybody. Last week I shared what I'm doing to change my life at 53 after coming out of a toxic relationship that left me broke and exhausted. I knew I needed to make some drastic changes in my life. So grab your favorite beverage and a snack. This week I'm opting out of the coffee because it's so hot right now in the Arizona desert, and I have my water. Let's talk about midlife reinvention, creating goals. So I knew I needed a plan, a way to build myself back up again, even just bit by bit, piece by piece. And I created 9 goals. I think I made too many, but I'm gonna run with it. And they focus on 3 areas of my life that I think needed the most attention, and that is psychological, financial, and physical. And over the next year, I'm going to be working on these goals in a system that a lot of people know about. It's a SMART goal system. Now, if you're not familiar with SMART goals, they stand for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Each of my 9 goals is broken down using this structure so that they're not just wishes and they're actually going to be doable steps. Why even bother setting goals at midlife? Honestly, for me, goals became my lifeline after everything fell apart. They gave me purpose when everything felt uncertain, and they reminded me I still had dreams, even if the path looks a little different now. And if you're watching this, maybe you're in that place too, rebuilding, redefining, or just ready for more. Setting goals has helped me feel like I'm actually in control again. Even small ones that reignite and remind me I'm just getting started. I wanted to elaborate on last week's video because all I did was announce the goals that I set for myself and that I would be making videos showing you my progress. But I didn't really go into how I actually found these goals and set these goals and came up with a plan to follow through with them, right? So I wanted to talk to you about the 5-step process that helped me go from overwhelmed to starting to feel empowered about my life. The first thing I did was take a real, honest look at myself and at my life and ask myself what needs improvement, what needs to be changed. This is when I hit the reality of really seeing what happened in my life and how much I let it get out of control, because I can't tell you how many times I thought, what the hell happened? And then I thought, this is going to be a long road. But that reality, once it set in, was actually really powerful, because when you stop to look and you stop pretending that nothing's wrong, everything's okay, everything becomes real. And that step is when the change really starts beginning to happen. Okay, after I got over the gut punch, I wrote down what I knew needed to be changed. I got honest with myself, got a notebook out, and just started writing. No filter, no fluff, just truth. Whether it was my finances, my relationships, my health, I wrote it all down. At this step, this was that moment where I started to envision myself in the future. What would my life look like when I reach these goals? What would improve? How would I feel in that future me? That vision is what's fueling me. It's kind of like a vision board. It's my why. Now, I have lived the life that I'm seeking out to live again. Wouldn't mind being nomadic again. So I don't need to envision it. I just have to feel it again because I knew what it felt like for 4 years. But if I needed to, I could create visions of myself living in a little house or traveling Spain or having, I don't know, the car that I want to drive. Just various goals, being healthier because I have all this energy, because I ate well and I've been working out. It's envisioning that. So once I developed some goals that I wanted to seek, this is when it gets real. And this is when I also started to apply the SMART goals method of planning out and attaining your goals. So SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Now, one of my goals is to eat more veggies. I think that's a little vague. So you apply SMART goals. Specific, eat more veggies. Measurable, at every meal. Attainable, around 80 to 90% of the time. Relevant, it supports my health and energy goals. This is what I want. And they're time bound. I'm going to do this daily for a year. So that SMART goal ends up being, I will eat veggies with every meal for 1 year to support my health and energy goals. Now it's a real and doable goal. So once you actually have your goals, your SMART goals in place, you can't just leave it there. You have to take action, right? So you have to come up with a plan. Let's just take my veggie goal for an example. So I'm going to create a plan. It's maybe research easy recipes, prep veggies ahead of time, use containers for grab and go meals, shop with a list. And I also set reminders for myself, whether it's like timers on my phone or I place sticky notes here and there and it'll say, don't forget to eat your broccoli today. I always keep my goals on my mind. Now that I have a list of my goals and I have a plan to follow, I'm not stopping there. I'm actually tracking my progress, whether it's through a checklist system or a journal or calendars. Actually, I use all three. And in the past, this is where I failed and I didn't follow up with my goals because of this. It helps me to keep my goals always abreast. Like I'm always thinking about them. And that's not overkill, guys. This is very important to me to reach these goals. So I don't mind having them on my mind all the time, not obsessively. Like I don't go to bed thinking about them, but I go to bed knowing that I tried. And keeping track and also adjusting as I need it. For instance, this week I was really tired. The heat came all of a sudden in the Arizona desert here. I'm dog watching this weekend. And to tell you the honest truth, I haven't been meeting my physical fitness goals this week. It's hot. I don't want to go outside and I keep thinking that I can. So I noticed that I have less check marks in that section of my list. Well, maybe I need to adjust that. Maybe instead of 6 days a week, push for 4 days a week or 5 days a week. It's okay to adjust. This is where I failed in the past. Either I didn't track or I just went all or nothing. Oh, I messed up, so just throw the whole thing out, So have some sympathy for yourself, have some empathy for yourself. You're human, adjust your plan, and definitely track your progress. You're allowed to change course, but you're not allowed to give up. I'm a couple of weeks into this process now, and have I hit any goals? No. Do I feel any different? Yes. I can tell you right now, I have so much energy. I have been making my goals in walking, as well as most of my fitness goals and my eating goals. So I feel really good and I just feel energized all day long. I'm not crashing like I used to. So I just feel empowered as well because of this. I'm doing things for me. Nobody can take this away, right? Nobody can take away my strength, my physical and mental strength. Nobody can take away the knowledge that I am attaining through creating and making it through these goals. And they can't take away my confidence either. I feel so accomplished already just a couple of weeks in. Like, wow, I can do this at 53 years old. Like my body and mind is capable. I do have to admit, I am a little tired. I can't help it. I am 53 years old. Sometimes I do push myself a little too hard. I am a little bit sore. I have been walking pretty much every morning according to my goals since I made them public. And I walk this wash, which quasi mimics hiking for me because of the crunchy steps. But I'm noticing two, I guess, important things about my body at 53 just from walking, and I've been exercising as well with weights and some other cardio like kickboxing. But even after the walking, I've been sore. Like every day, something is just a little sore. But what I do is I do force myself to rest. If this all spoke to you today and you're looking to set your own meaningful goals in your next chapter of life, I would really like you to do this with me. So I created a free email series that you would get every Monday morning with little doses of encouragement, journal prompts, mindset support, and any tips to help you to take your next step. It's called Goal Setting at 50 Monday Motivations. Along with that series, I created a guide with the exact same stuff I talked about today, and that's how to set your SMART goals for your personal life and also how to plan it out. I even have, you guys, I have been tracking my goals using a Google Sheet with check marks, and I have a journal and everything. And I wasn't going to do this, but I've decided to share it publicly. So if you sign up for the free email series and getting that free guide that I just went over today, you'll get you'll get to view my journal, actually, what I write almost every day in this Google Sheet. So, and if you like the Google Sheet, I have it so you can make a copy of it and use it for yourself, for your own goals. So this is a whole plan and it's all free. What I wanted is I want you guys to do it with me. So I'm like, how can I get everybody encouraged to do this with me? And I'm not alone. So I'll put the link down below for this email series. It's a win-win for both of us because I get partners to do this with, and you set some goals yourself, right? Or just one goal. It doesn't have to be 9 like me. Anyway, the link is down below, and happy healing, happy growing, and build the life that you want. And I'll see you guys either on Monday in an email or just next week.
I made it.
This is the end.